Good to go. Welcome everybody to season 4, episode 6 of the Fantasy Guys. We are breaking down everything fantasy football / NFL for week 5 of the NFL season. Looking forward to another great show today. As you can see, I am chilling here by myself because we got a 3-man team today riding for the show today, but we are here to also answer all of your questions. So please don't hesitate to ask because we are going to be here for all of you, all right? So with that said, first and foremost, let's go ahead and give a shout out to everyone that's here today and that is in the building. Starting off with little bro Yusuf T. Appreciate him on the 1s and 2s. Then we got AB Abraham, a.k.a. the University of Miami. What's it? Is this your actual song, or is this something that you just found on the internet?
No, Trick Daddy.
Never heard this one before.
Not a lot of people here. If you're not a fan, you just don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't know.
Okay, well you will know soon.
I actually like Miami. I mean, they're fun to watch.
I mean, at the end of the game last night, there was a couple calls. They had to go in the review booth, and I just kept saying, it's better for Miami to be undefeated. It's better for college football.
They've been getting every call.
It's bad. I'll admit, there's times we'll never get a call. There was a targeting that could have ended the game yesterday, and it was kind of like, but they're under the booth. I said, hey, it's better when Miami's good, just like it's better when Michigan is good. It's better when those teams are good.
You're gonna just stop at Michigan. You're not gonna keep it going.
I put go green.
I don't know if you know, we're both, we look together.
I figured that out.
Okay.
That was easy for me to put together, you know. But you saw in the chat before Friday night, just before anything, I'm not the type to try to take shots, but no, I'm a Sparty. I like Spartan.
Yeah,
and they beat the crap out of us a couple years ago. I went to that game. I was in Miami for when Ken Walker and the boys kicked the crap out of us. And
that was a fun game.
Yeah, I was there. I was at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that's when we knew there might be something special going on with Kenneth Walker.
That's when we knew the transfer portal actually worked. I'm being serious.
You got myself, Omar T, rocking a Najee Harris jersey, random as heck. But you know how it is, man. Sometimes you got to throw people off. And then to the left, we got my man Eric Ratonia. We got the fantasy guys in the building today. So that's what it is. We're going to deliver you any questions, answers that you may want or have. That's why we're here for you all. So be sure to shoot those questions away. It's been fun so far answering those questions. That's kind of our main goal, main thing about doing this show is to answer all of your questions. So with that said, we got to give a shout out to all of our sponsors and the supporters of this show. We appreciate them, of course. Shout out to Unique Coney Island, Juice Box, Hanley International Academy, Malek Al-Kabob, Holy Bowling, Jabal Coffee House, Wingfellas, and BMI Towing. Also, we got to make sure to tell you to be sure to follow us on all of our socials. You got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. You'll be able to listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. If you want to follow the Fantasy Guys specifically, we have our own Instagram as well. It's called The Fantasy Guys. And then everything will be under our website, ozmedia313.com. So again, shout out to you guys. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials. YouTube, the first ad of today. Let's give Jabal Coffee House a shout out, and then we're going to get things rolling. So shout out to Jabal's Coffee House. Jabal Coffee House offers all of their customers an elevated coffee experience. If you stop by any of their locations, you will see a coffee house with a luxurious design, innovative spaces to meet with your friends, as well as exceptional service. They offer the best premium Yemeni coffee and quality crafted drinks. You can try their fan favorite, the Adeni tea, iced Jabal latte, or any of their refreshers and matchas. Also, don't forget to add one of their delicious pastries or desserts to go with your drinks, which we guarantee will satisfy that sweet tooth. They currently have a location in West Dearborn, with locations coming to North Carolina, Illinois, Florida, Ontario, and California. You can visit their website at jabalcoffeehouse.com or download the Jabal app, available on all your smartphone devices. All right, we're officially back, ready to get things rolling. So, Eric Ratonia, first of all, how you been, man? What's going on? What's new with you? And how's the NFL and fantasy football going for you so far, man?
Life's good. Life's good. Happy to be back.
Yes, sir.
Back with my fantasy guys. Life's good. Got just being a dad. Got the young one, taking care of him. Fantasy football's been a struggle this year. It's it's been a struggle. To say the least.
It's a little
Keep it
weird.
there.
This year,
It's very weird.
This year's been a little different.
Listen,
it really has.
I was just telling him this. I was like, to describe people of fantasy football, and I know you guys might laugh at me for doing this, but I'm benching Tyreek Hill for Alexander Madison this week. All right, he's starting in the backfield. Tyreek Hill, Christian Gonzalez. They couldn't throw for maybe even 100 yards last week. Call me crazy, but to describe people what fantasy football is you can bench your number 1 overall pick for a backup running back.
Whoa.
In week 5 of fantasy football.
Whoa.
Talk to me, AB. Tyreek Hill, by the way, this is half point PPR. So Tyreek Hill probably has been giving me an average of 5 points this past 3 weeks.
Okay. And they're playing the Pats today. They're playing the Pats. Wow.
Yeah.
And Madison, because Zamir White
is out. You know, so I mean, I'm just chasing.
Zamir White, he was getting, that could be a really good play. I mean, Zamir White wasn't producing. It's not like he wasn't getting the touches.
Yeah.
He just wasn't producing.
And Madison was out getting better yards, touchdowns, with quarter of the less touches of his.
Yeah, he was getting the targets out of the backfield. He was the one that was, scoring.
Yeah.
Hey, you're either gonna be a genius.
Listen, I don't even care. It's like, me, I treat my players like a real team. Tyreek Hill is getting benched because of the fact of the way he's been producing. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you got to produce.
I mean, but do you blame Tyreek or do you blame the quarterback?
I mean, obviously the Miami situation.
Okay.
But at the same time, Christian Gonzalez has been a blanket over the top number 1 receivers. So I'm not even,
Yeah. For New England, absolutely.
Yeah, so speaking of Raiders, Eric Antonio, let's start off with the first main topic of that today so far. Can we get the debate time air horn right quick? All right, so first and foremost, Davante Adams obviously was the hottest name on the trade block so far. It seems like he will be traded. It's not an if, he is going to get traded. So with that said, where do you see Davante Adams going? And we were kind of talking about this before. You were saying that if you're a team, obviously you might need Davante, but you might be getting some baggage with him too, huh?
Surely. Yeah, I don't want to go as far to call him a cancer, but he's definitely he definitely cares about his individual stats. We'll say that. Honestly, I only see it going one way, and that's him going to the Jets. I think it's you got Rodgers there, you got the history, they're brothers, whatever you want to call it. But Rodgers has leverage. Rodgers can basically do whatever, they've committed to him. They brought in all his boys, and I just see it as another scenario. They'll do whatever they need to do to get him in a Jet uniform, and especially when you see them getting pumped by the Vikings this morning, only the more reason to go out and get him.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I think the Jets, are one of the top teams that he can land on. How about you, AB? I mean, where are you at with the Aaron Rodgers, the Davante Adams sweepstakes?
Well, I mean, he is a diva. I mean, but he, respectfully so, he's one of the top receivers in the league, and he's proved it year in, year out. Obviously, it said he wants to go play with someone he's comfortable with, someone he's played with before. Him and Derek Carr are not only, with Vegas a couple years ago, but they're college teammates. That's his quarterback out of college, and, Aaron Rodgers. Does he fit with the Jets, Eric? I mean, Garrett Wilson, is he willing to take a backseat? Is he willing to be a number 2?
Well, I don't think Wilson's getting what he was hoping he would get when Rodgers came in the first place, right? Their chemistry is not there, and it's always there for Davante. So I do think it makes the Jets better. Does it bring on some questions with Wilson? Where does he fit? Surely. But in the end, you bring on a player of that caliber, he should make the offense better, period. Right? He like you said, he's a very talented receiver.
Very, very talented.
I mean, one of the best that we've seen.
Great route runner, and I think when he's winning, a lot of teams, winning cures everything. Everybody wants to see him end up there. I don't think he ends up either spot. I think he ends up with. I mean, obviously, they're asking a second-round pick for him right now. Mm-hmm. I think he ends up in a place that has more cap space.
Are they going to do well by him and get him to a spot that he wants to go?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, too. Or does he have control of that? Does he have any type of control on the trade destination? Does he have anything in his contract?
I don't know. What is the Davante Adams Raiders legacy? I don't think he's earned enough to have the choice.
Well,
right?
I was going to say, you think about a lot of superstar players sign in their contract, like a no trade clause or
he does not. He cannot control where he's going.
That's what I was. Yeah. So he can't. So Raiders are going to do what's best for them. Probably the highest equity that they're going to get back. I mean, they're asking for a second round pick, but there might be teams and there might be a sweepstakes.
And there might be an injured quarterback for the New York Jets right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's on the floor, and it looks like he is grimacing in pain also. And it looked like he got twisted up right now. So, and he went to go grab, I believe, he went to go grab his Achilles, it looks like.
You don't want to see that.
He went to go grab somewhere in his leg. So that was on a third down. He's walking off the field. Though.
I think,
like
I think too. I think they're going to get more out of a contender. I mean, the Jets right now, like you said, they're just trying to get it together. I mean, would that be his ideal landing spot? Absolutely.
I would think.
Yeah, his ideal landing spot to be back with Aaron Rodgers. Their chemistry is their chemistry, man.
I don't see him going to the Saints. I don't know why people are saying the Saints. I know Derek Carr and stuff, but I don't know. Saints feel like they just.
I mean, Olave is still going to be the number one there. If he's complaining, if he's upset now, he's not getting those looks, he's not getting those targets, he's not getting treated as the number one. Olave is still going to be the number one. I mean, granted, that's just they're not going to make him come back and say, "All right, man, we're bringing in this great receiver," but they're invested in Olave. You know what I mean? You're trading for a guy to win maybe this year, right? And then kind of look at his contract at the end because is he last year's contract?
I don't know. I don't know where's the end of the contract.
There's something there. I mean, there's got to be something they're going to sign like. To where they can revisit the situation at the end of the season. But, you're not going to bring in a guy and then, when you're invested into somebody else. You don't want to ruin that. You don't want to ruin that chemistry. You don't want that one you have now to have that feeling like, okay,
It's a delicate thing, right? You're going to bring on an incredible talent, but then you're going to make all those other guys drop down in the pecking order. And what does that do for the team camaraderie? What does it do for the confidence?
What does it make? What does it make your original number one? Your number one right now. How does it make him feel?
Yeah.
Looks like they ran into the punter and Jets got a first down and Rodgers is back on the field.
Let's go, Aaron. Let's get a TD.
Hotmail said AB's a legend. All right, so that's one comment.
Who's
so far.
Hotmail? Thank you, Hotmail.
That's Billy Buckets.
Billy
are you
Buckets.
playing against him this week?
No.
Okay.
No.
Ice cold OG Jones, Xavier Worthy or Juwan Jennings, Chiefs defense or Ravens defense. So I'm gonna start off by saying Xavier Worthy. I mean, obviously the receiving core right now is depleted, and Worthy is good for maybe a bomb or two. Where he can get you that boom or bust. And then Chiefs defense or Ravens defense. I know that Baltimore game. It's always you got the AFC North battle. So I'm gonna go Chiefs defense, man. I like Monday night, man. I don't know why. I feel like their offense probably won't do as much, so the defense is gonna feel like that they have to do more than what they normally have to do. Slight edge to Chiefs defense, but that's my opinion. Eric, what you got?
Yeah, I agree. I go Worthy, and I'd probably go Chiefs defense as well. I still think the Ravens defense is a good play. I do see them really taking it to the Bengals today.
Really?
My personal opinion, yeah. I just think they're going to run all over them, and they're going to control that game. But with that said, Joe Burrow, divisional game, it could really go any way. So I think Chiefs a little bit more safe. I think they're the better defense, period, before you even talk to fantasy.
How about you, AB? What you got?
I like Worthy. I mean, he's their go-to guy. If the Chiefs are going to continue to win right this moment, he's the guy they're going to go through in the air. But I would go Kansas City. I would lead Kansas City because that AFC North, you never know. Mm-hmm. That could be a defensive struggle, or you can see fireworks.
Yeah,
because we know Baltimore can put up the points, but we know now that Higgins and everybody's back and healthy and. What are they 1-4 right now or 1-3?
Yeah, they don't want to go 1-4.
Well, this is my point. So yeah, I would safe play would be the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, me too. I guess we kind of all agreeing on that one. But with that said, going off from there, okay. I see why Yusuf is over there looking mad because Gary Wilson got a catch. Shout out to Yusuf. I got the game going on right now. I got a lot of stuff going on right here.
Hey, just let me know when Rodgers throws a touchdown.
Hey, Devontae Adams, going back to that situation, me personally, I think that, the Jets are a top priority, but also, don't sleep on the Commanders. I know chemistry might be the only issue, but they were going hard for Brandon Ayuk, right? They wanted a receiver. They wanted that 1A. Terry McLaurin is looking like more of like a 1B type of receiver. And so, they got the money. They look for real.
They have the space.
They look for real.
That's another thing.
They're the number one team with open cap space right now.
Yeah.
And they look for real too, by the way. That's another thing. Like the biggest question mark was like, okay, should they invest in something where they're gonna be a mediocre team this year? The Commanders, we're looking at the NFC East. Is it crazy to say that they can win that division?
Not at all. Not at all.
You know?
I mean, Philly's struggling. You know, hopefully they get healthy.
Yeah.
They'll be able to improve.
Hopefully.
But right now.
That's a hard, strong word, man. Salt might be listening.
Salt, shout out to you. But, just for the sake of fantasy, you want to see that
Yeah,
get
we
healthy
need-
and
come
improve.
on, man.
You
There's a
know,
lot
I
of
got
people-
Jalen Hurts on the squad.
I got Jalen Hurts
the
and
weapons.
AJ
Yeah.
Brown. I love the quarterback receiver combo. AJ Brown, Salt. Go talk to your boys, man. Don't let what happened in the Phillies last night happen to the Eagles for the rest of the season.
He sets himself up for these situations.
He does it to himself. Like I like so Omar, real quick. I'm not one to shy away. I'm that guy. I'm a lot like you, man. I will go at people. I will go against the grain. I love causing controversy. I love what it is you're doing, but you're going too hard too fast.
Pause.
Hey, I was waiting for that. Thank you.
Definitely worth the pause right there.
But I'm just saying, guys, just go with the flow right now, man. Your team's hurting a little bit. The Phillies, if they're the number one team in baseball right now, let them speak for themselves. That's it.
Yeah, no, I agree. But shout out to Devontae Adams, man. I mean, that's gonna be, it's funny because it could be a lot of ripple effects for where he goes. Mm-hmm. We ain't mentioned Kansas City, by the way. I mean, I think they're gonna go for the market for a receiver. Obviously, I don't know if it's gonna.
No, they had on the ticker. KC's gonna look right now. They're looking for.
I don't think Adams is the guy. I think that's a little crazy, but if it happens, it happens. But a guy that we were just talking about, a team that we were just talking about with Cincinnati, if they go 1-4, T. Higgins is gonna be maybe on the market too, because they're trying to play Jamar Chase. He's on a franchise tag. It's obvious. I think it's written on the wall. They're probably not going to pay both of them. So watch out for if the Cincinnati Bengals lose, that T. Higgins trade talk is going to start to heat up a little bit more.
Ooh, T. Higgins of Kansas City, huh?
More of like a quieter move. You know what I mean? Little less, than Devontae Adams, but I think that's
he doesn't have the salary cap against him. Devontae Adams right now is accounting for about $13.5 million.
Yeah.
Against your cap, and right now there's only 4 teams.
The Lions were listed in one of those teams that have the money to do it, which I don't know how.
I don't know. No, they were.
We got cap space.
The Lions weren't there. I didn't see the Lions' name.
No,
it was like
cap space.
but it was like watch for this season though.
Yeah,
was the Lions?
Dude, there is.
I saw
They still got a
Washington.
decent amount of cap.
I saw Washington. I saw. That's why when you said the Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Commanders, the only thing, they were going after Ayuk, but there's also a little history there between Daniels and Ayuk. They played together at Arizona State, so there is a little, I think.
That's right.
I think. Or at least, the very least, they're Arizona State boys.
Yeah.
So there's some kind of link there. I just don't see them going after Devontae right now. And that's the thing. Who can go after him? You have to have cap space. You have to be able to take it on. When you talk about KC, or you talk about even, talking about T. Higgins, KC trying to get a wide receiver. Well, those two options, you don't see Cincy. They're not going to trade T. Higgins to Kansas City. And Kansas City probably not going to get Devontae from a division rival. So what is Kansas City going to do?
That is a great question. We got somebody on the line that might be helping us answer that question. Super duper elite Nader, what's going on?
First time listener, long time caller.
Yes, sir.
So
he switches it up every week.
Who was that? I got a few things. Who was that on the that was just speaking?
Eric Watonia, the man, the myth, the legend.
What up, Nader?
One of the fantasy guys.
Hey, I've never heard that voice. I mean, it's like it belongs on radio.
It does. And that's why he's here today.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
The question regarding Arizona.
Okay, what is it?
Well, no. You guys were mentioning Arizona.
No, we were talking about Devontae Adams, some of the landing spots that where he can go for, and obviously in reality, not just fantasy, but reality.
I think my cousin can answer that. I called for one reason. Is Ali T on the show or no?
No, he is not.
Okay.
You're gonna publicly apologize for the elbow?
Yeah, I wanted to do that. Yeah,
that's odd. That's really nice. That's really good of you, Nader, man. You dropped
it was an accident, but
you dropped a double on us. You dropped the elbow on my captain. I mean, the least you could do. I mean, you screened your own teteammate in BG.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the least.
So funny.
Yeah, he really did though. I don't care.
On purpose? On purpose?
I don't. He's on the phone.
No.
With Nader, was that on purpose?
No.
Or you accidentally confused him for Shafiq?
What do you mean by he screened him? Like he was dribbling and he set a screen on BG?
So BG was dribbling the ball up the court, and Nader went to go set a pick for BG and instead set the pick
I looked
on
away.
BG.
I went to set the screen. I looked away, and I guess Shafiq Shafiq was already gone. Like, I don't know where he went. And I screamed BG. I'm not going to apologize for that, though. But I will apologize for the hit.
There wasn't that.
So,
it looked like it was an accidental elbow watching it on the film. Obviously, he would never do that to someone like Ali Thabit.
No.
He knows about the Thabit clan.
Yeah, no.
Thabit Abdullah clan. He's Nader's smart enough to know.
He sent the clip. He sent the clip. We confirmed it on the Thabdullah clan.
In the Thabdullah, okay.
We confirmed that it was on accident.
His concern was why are you doing a 360 when you grab the rebound? And I told him, well, because I used to, I can dance pretty well, and I implement that in my basketball game. So,
shout out to Nader, Super Burley. Hey, are you guys playing today for the flag football?
Real quick, let's talk to football.
Yep,
let's talk to football.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Sam Darnold?
Was the MVP leader, front runner up before this game, but now.
Okay, so what was his issue in the beginning? They said he was one of the biggest busts in NFL. You don't remember this, or?
Oh, no, we definitely do. We remember that he was seeing ghosts early in his career.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, that's what tells you. That's what I tell you about people. Like, the system matters. You know what I mean? The coaching matters. Sam Darnold obviously didn't.
And Baker Mayfield.
That's another situation.
Baker Mayfield, and I want to say Sanchez. Didn't he do well after he left too?
Well, I'm a big believer. I don't like throwing the puppies out with the big dogs right away. Right. So these rookie quarterbacks come in and they're pups. I don't care what you say. They're pups. A lot of these quarterbacks we're talking about, man, were great college quarterbacks that if they would have came and just sat a year or two, just give them 2 years. Just 2 years. Sit behind a vet, right? Sit behind somebody. Learn from the mistakes made. Being able to watch an NFL game from the side and hearing the communication and looking at the adjustments and kind of figuring it out, I think gives a lot of these quarterbacks a better opportunity.
AB, one of my favorite players was Johnny Football, and I wish he would have.
Johnny Manziel?
I wish he would have. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't. But he just never took it serious enough. He had the talent. That was
another one.
He had talent, and just didn't really care about it.
And I want to go way back. Andre Ware, I would have liked to see him do good.
He was with the Lions.
Yeah, I know.
Andre Ware, that's a throwback.
All right, guys. Thank you.
No.
Thank you for today.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, Nader. And if you have any other questions, let us know.
I may call in again with Sufi with his daily. He probably has some questions.
All right, sounds good, man. Anytime.
Okay. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, cuz.
Shout out to Nader, super duper elite.
One of the super duper fan.
Great guy. I am gonna turn off my Bluetooth. Sorry, right quick. I just want to make sure that I got that. So the Jets did kick a field goal, and it's actually a game. It's 17-10 now. They're only down by a touchdown. So the Jets did climb back in this game, and Minnesota Vikings have been slowly struggling. I mean, the whole passing game, other than Justin Jefferson, maybe is non-existent. I told somebody to start Sam Darnold, so I bet you Sadiq is mad at me right now as we speak. So moving on from one debate.
Those London games, though. I was just about to say when I was told you that I went and picked up Aaron Rodgers and started him. It's these London games sometimes. It's really scary. Like, you don't get the production. I don't know if it's just the flight over, maybe the what's the word I'm looking for? Not the hangover, but
layover.
Jet lag.
Jet lag. Thank you.
I said layover.
Thank you.
Jet lag.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, we'll maybe get some good running back performances and stuff, but it's not like consistently we're getting some low scores. Good for field goal kicking. By the way, man, field goal kickers, woo,
they're winning right now,
boy.
And it's funny, the Austin Cyber situation. So I saw his projections and I was jumping on it, and then Tony and Jose jumped on it this week. And his projections finally went up back to normal.
Went up to normal. I mean,
I still boom him though, but he's at 7. So but that's funny as heck.
I mean, I got Woo. I picked up Woo in a lot of my leagues, going off of what
you mean. Koo, Young Ho.
Yeah, Koo, Young Ho. Koo.
He was always a fan of Young Ho.
I had. He's been on my dynasty team for a while. My thing I had him in Chase, right? Chase is one
McLaughlin
for Tampa.
Yeah.
Man, that's 18 and 19 respectively, 18 and 16 points. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
we need to put kickers in our flex option.
I mean,
know.
I swear,
We're
I
gonna
swear,
have to.
I swear to God, that's yeah.
Because give them an opportunity, man. They're safe. Some of them are safe 10, 12 points, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep it rolling. Thursday
Let's keep
night
it
game. The NFC South. This division. I always thought that it was gonna be tight. You know what I'm saying? I always had Atlanta from the get go, and that was why I was kind of happy that they won. Because you want to make sure that you kind of are somewhat right in some of the picks that you had preseason. So with that said, they are currently the leaders of the division, but I think it's a 3-horse race between Atlanta, New Orleans, and Tampa. So Eric, I'll start off with you. Who do you have right now as the beast of that division, and then who do you think is the second runner-up of that division?
I do think it's still Tampa's division to lose. I mean, they lost obviously on Thursday night, but Atlanta really pulled that out of their butts, and they've had a couple wins that way. Kirk's, going down, winning games at the end there. But
Captain Kirk.
I do think that Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback in the division. I think he's got the best offense. I mean, for much of that game, they look like a well-oiled machine. Bucky Irving doesn't fumble. That game's in the bag. I think they're the best team in the division. They were on the road Thursday again. Weird things happen, but I think they have looked the best through the first 5 games. Now, I think Atlanta, again, they've been pulling some dubs out of who knows where, but you got New Orleans there, which probably has the best defense in the division. I just can't trust Derek Carr. So I have the pecking order as Bucks, Falcons, Saints.
Yeah, I agree. I'm still going to give a slight edge to the Falcons because I don't think they reached that point yet. I mean, obviously, things are still sloppy right now. I think they haven't put it all together. I think the defense is better than what they're showing. And I think the offense, up until Thursday, is better than what they've been showing as well. I don't think they're going to be that great where Kirk Cousins throwing for 500 yards every game. But, Tony, when he was so hype on Atlanta in preseason, before the season started, there were some
Uno reverse.
Yeah, Uno reverse, Mr. Uno reverse. Man, I just realized maybe that's why he didn't show up, man. The fans got to him. The fans got to him.
I saw Cal Trey. Cal Trey was at our games on Wednesday, and he was pumped.
He was excited
and
to come.
Excited about being here.
Unfortunately, but so with that said, I give a slight edge to Atlanta. Big win for them, by the way, to win that game, head-to-head game. But the Bucks, I won't be surprised. I underestimated them from the get-go. They're looking good. I won't be surprised if they did win the division. But to me, those are the top 2 teams. How about you, AB?
I'm going to agree with both of you. I mean, I think Eric hit the nail on the head for me. I think it's Tampa's division. I think Baker, no offense to Kirk Cousins or I'm thinking Drew Brees, but Derek Carr, You
can offend Derek Carr. It's okay.
Baker's probably the best quarterback in the division right now playing with the most confidence,
He's balling.
Yeah, he really is. No, he really is.
Very good
playing with a ton of confidence, man. I mean, honestly, just doing this thing. He's third season, second season, third season. He's built a rapport with Mike Evans. Watch Evans. I'm telling you now, guys, fantasy. You put some type of package together to get yourself Mike Evans, man. He's going to be good for the long haul.
Godwin too, really.
Yeah. I mean, Evans is going to be he's the touchdown machine. Godwin's going to be the PPR monster, the receptions and yards. But it's Tampa, it's Atlanta. I just don't know what to make of New Orleans. New Orleans has started pretty hot before and kind of just fell apart. Like, their defense, by far, defense is probably the best defense, I think, in the division. But I don't trust Derek Carr. I don't trust that offense.
Yeah. So, I think we can all agree the top 2 are Tampa and Atlanta, but we have different rankings of who's 1 and 2. And going off of that, can we get the last air horn, Yusuf? Let's talk about the Detroit Lions, right? So there are some people out there that think that the Lions are not playing well after the first 4 games of the season. They're 3-1. We've had, the first 3 games, our offense looked flat, and then this last game, our defense looked flat. So the people feel like we haven't really put it all together yet. And so first 4 games, and when I ask this question, I'm saying based off of how we ended last season, not more so the San Fran game, but in general, compared to how we are now, 3-1, do you think the Lions are better than how we ended the year last year, or do you think that's exactly where we need to be, or have we declined a little bit based off how we finished last year, Eric?
I think the Lions are a better team than they were last year. I think the defense is much improved. We got better corners on the outside, and I think the offense is better with Jamison Williams taking a step. Now, the first few weeks we did struggle in the red zone, and you got to get points there, but Ben Johnson's been in his bag the last few weeks. Offense looked phenomenal last week. And so I think with an improved defense, we're still where we want to be. We're 3-1, would love to be 4-0, but you played a good Bucks team. They got you, they beat us. And so you tip the cap there. I think 3-1, a quarter of the way through the season is all right. We're where we want to be. All our goals are still in front of us.
How about you, AB?
I mean, this guy, I love everything he's got to say. He's literally going first. You're taking a lot of what I have to say away. No, I think defense is improved. I think it's still bad. I think we still have holes that we need to fix. I think there's a lot in our secondary that needs to really pick up. I think our offenses were 10 times better than where we were last year based off of Jamo stepping up. Like, I think we're better off than we were to end the season last year. I think Ben Johnson's putting himself or putting Jared Goff in a position right now, right? Kind of what other offensive coordinators did for guys like Tom Brady and other quarterbacks. They're putting him in a position to where their strengths are. I mean, the guy just went 18 for 18, 19 for 19. Like, he had the perfect game. But it's not forcing him. It's not putting him in a position to force plays, right? Or to do something. Take what's there, take what's given. And then you got Montgomery and Gibbs just being monsters. I think they're better. They're better than they were at the end of the season last year. And they're only going to get better. That's the scary part.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say, so it was, I forgot his name, man. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Rich Eisen, his Eisen show, whatever it's
Eisen
called.
Report or something like that.
Yeah, so he was saying that, the Lions are, they are not putting it together so far this year. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching him. I'm like, are we watching like the same team? Because you can tell when someone is, an NFL analyst that probably watches all 32 or 30 teams that there are in the league, and us that are just watching, that team every single time that they get a step on the field in every single play. So to get to the point, I think the Lions are much better than they were last year. Our only loss was to Tampa. And remember when we were playing that game, was game one. It was against the Rams. It went to overtime. It was like the only overtime game. And even they were saying, like, these teams are going to be tired going next year. Guess what happened to the Rams the next week? They got spanked by the Cardinals, 40 to to 13 or something. We were in that game against Tampa. We literally lost that game against Tampa. So the hangover was expected after that week. Big excitement. Stafford coming back to Detroit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So both teams, as you can see, the Rams struggled and the Lions struggled. But we were supposed to pull it. We easily could have pulled away from that game. So 3-1. Nothing's perfect. It is what it is. We'll take that.
Yeah.
But look at the NFC, guys. I want to ask you guys this question. Who are the leaders of the NFC? Like right now, if I were to say, okay, pick one team is going to make it to the Super Bowl, it's like, San Fran, but San Fran's looking shaky.
Name me the Lions' first 4 games.
They had Rams, they had Bucks, they had Cardinals, and they had Seahawks.
Okay, outside the Cardinals, playoff team, right? Which 2 teams that wanted, the revenge on us, right? We knocked them out of the playoffs, okay?
Yeah.
So we open up a season, revenge game for the other teams. They're going to come out and play the toughest they're going to play, saying, hey, it's a different age now. When you play the Lions, you have that mentality like they're the best, right? Yeah. To be the best, you got to beat the best. Teams are getting pumped up to play the Detroit Lions now. You get what I mean? That stigma of, oh man,
easy dub,
it's gone.
Yeah,
and it's gone. So we had a pretty tough. I feel like the first 4 games, man, we had a pretty tough schedule. I mean, we ran into this really, really hot Seahawks team. Arizona now, they're coming off of last season, Kyler Murray being hurt, and obviously show where their draft pick is, and they're going to be trying to put it together. But you saw what they did to the Rams.
Yeah,
like we're in a good spot.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in a good spot.
No, I think we are in a great spot. And I do think our defense is a lot better. And our defense, remember, we don't expect them to be, the top 5 defense in NFL. But what they're doing is making plays when it matters, getting those turnovers. And that's what we needed. Last year it was just straight up, we had to put up 30 points just to win the game. This year, our defense can, help us win 1 or 2 games. Heck, I mean, they the first 3 games of the season, we were leaning on our defense more than our offense. So
I know they were I know they were just kind of messing around online, but bring Max Crosby.
Bring him in.
Bring Max
That'd be
Crosby
great.
in. Throw him on the other side with Aiden.
I would love that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I always think that we needed one more receiver, and I still think it doesn't have to be a big splash, but maybe if Tim Patrick
He's
shows up,
He's
he'll do
playing
that
well.
job. Yeah, but I do think we do need another major defender just to wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those 2nd down and 8s, make it to a 3rd down and 13. It's a huge change of offensive play call.
Vegas, if you're looking to clean house, man, if you're looking to do your little rebuild, man, I mean, let Detroit shop first.
What are you about to say, Airly? You had something to say?
Yeah, no, I think, like Dan Campbell said, the Lions have gone from being the hunters to now the hunted. So you're going to get the best shot of everyone that's coming at you. So, I think to this point, it's satisfactory. It's not as good as we want it to be, though.
Yep. A couple quick questions. Khaled said, yo, what's up with the Jets? I mean, they're down 17-10 with the ball, but Aaron Rodgers got sacked, so we'll see what happens. We got what up? Mo Ali, shout out to Mo Ali. Jennings, Coleman, or Trey Tucker, start one. So we got Juwan Jennings, Keon Coleman, or Trey Tucker. So obviously we know Shakir is out. Jennings, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I don't know why people. You should not start him at all.
I don't know why he's
and
even.
Samuel and Kittle are healthy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would never start Jennings. Again, to me, he's the fourth option. If that, I mean, you consider Mason in there too, so he might be the fifth option in the offense. I'm
Mason's
sorry.
not really getting dump offs though.
I'm just saying, touches option.
No,
You know what
I hear you. Like targets,
touches
and plays.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, if I'm a play caller, Jennings is my fifth option on that offense of who's going to touch the ball.
Yeah.
So I think it's between
order.
Keon Coleman and Trey Tucker. Raiders are playing the Chargers, the Raiders are playing Denver, who is very tough against the pass. The toughest.
Yeah, it depends on who Patrick Surtain's guarding.
Yeah, but in general, they're just tough against the pass. They just really, their secondary is very good. And then you got Keon Coleman, the rookie going in Houston.
Out of MSU.
Are you going Keon?
Yeah, I don't love any of those options.
Me too.
But yeah, I would go Coleman out of that group.
Me too. I might give a slight edge to Coleman because I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that Buffalo game is a shootout. I'm playing against no Bills player. I have Kincaid. I got Stroud. So shootout. 55-48.
It'd be nice. It'd be really nice, and it'd be nice to have Shakir in the damn game.
Yeah.
Well, I lied.
That's the
I'm
only
playing
thing
against
that
Josh
makes me like Coleman is that no Shakir.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets more targets. He has not been getting a lot of targets.
No, he's been dropping the ball.
I knew. I swear. People are so high on Coleman. I was not a big fan of Keon Coleman this year. Maybe next year. I don't know. But I just hit the way he plays. I don't know.
The problem was if he would have just stayed at MSU, he might have turned out to be a great receiver. He's a decent one coming out of FSU.
He balled out last year, though. He balled out last year.
Did he though?
He did.
They had Johnny Wilson. They had some other guys. Really, it's nice. It's nice to be the third option on your team sometimes.
Yeah. You're trying to say Keon?
Yeah, back when he was in the FS for the Florida State.
Was he? Was he really the third option?
I'm an ACC guy.
All right, let's keep it rolling though. So you got Keon or Trey Tucker?
You got to go Keon just based off of
situation.
Yeah, well, because I think you're right. Tucker's gonna. Myers is gonna draw Surtain, right?
I think Myers when he
or they're just gonna move
they don't
around.
care,
They're really not gonna lock him up with Adams not being there.
Yeah, I don't think Myers is that guy where you need to have Surtain follow him around 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
There's Surtain go to the slot because that's where Myers.
That's what I was gonna say that too. I don't think he'll play the slot. I think
you go Coleman, man. You go Coleman. He's still projected. He's still their top receiver outside of Shakir, and they gotta throw the ball somewhere outside of the tight ends. Can't just keep dumping off James Cook and Kincaid all day long.
If Tutu Atwell's available, I'll maybe start Tutu over those guys. I'm just trying to think any free agent receiver that might be available. That would be a good start this week. Maybe Xavier Legette, if he's somehow available, go pick him up from Carolina. I like him. The Lions are better than last year, but still could work on some stuff, said Julius. Yes, I agree. I think every team like that. Let's go back to my original question. Name me who is the front runner in the NFC right now.
It's the Lions.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not the Vikings who are 4-0. So it's who's the front runner? Right now, you have to answer that question. Who's the best?
Okay. If we go by opinion, and that's just if we go by opinion, we're gonna say the Lions. Okay. If we gotta go record wise, you gotta give Minnesota their due, right? They beat the defending NFC champions. Right, they took out San Francisco. They have
beaten some good teams too.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're in division right now. We're talking a little bit more from our heart, right? We're Lions fans, right? We're here Detroiters. We don't like Minnesota. We can't stand Cleveland. Mistake on the lake. Can't stand Cleveland. Okay, they're not in our division. I'm sorry.
The Indians though, or Guardians. But go ahead.
Just the whole city.
Yeah,
the Browns.
The state. To be honest with you.
I'm staying specifically with the city right now. We'll talk about the state later. Okay, so Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago. When it comes to sports, it comes in division and stuff. We don't want to admit, but Minnesota would be the number one team right now. I think in the NFC. You got to go by record. You got to go by who they've beaten. And
I respect it.
the fact of the matter is they haven't lost, right? If we're going to talk statistics and we're going to talk, football.
No, I agree. No, I mean, I respect
Talent-wise, I still think everybody's got the Lions ranked higher.
Mahmoud Mohammed, Kareem Hunt, or if you're saying Deontay Johnson, come on, Mahmoud. You got to go Deontay Johnson.
Was Deontay questionable? Was he... Yeah, like a questionable tag on him or something like that. No,
if he's
cleared. He's back to being 100% healthy.
Johnson,
yeah, the red rifle, the red rifle revamped him. Come on now.
Yeah, like Deontay Johnson is a every week starter now. Like you don't even question it. Even if he does bad, I still start him every single week.
I think Kareem Hunt is gonna see like old Kareem Hunt type numbers. I think Kareem Hunt, Kansas City's really gonna get him involved. He got into a quick field last week. I think they're really gonna see how far they can push him today. Or Monday night, excuse me. But I think Kareem Hunt is a great play, not over Deontay Johnson, though.
Chuba Hubbard, DJ Moore, or Trey Sermon? Oh, by the way, you got Deontay Johnson too, by the way, right? In that question?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Chuba Hubbard, Trey Sermon, or DJ Moore?
I'm going DJ Moore. It's at some point he's got to break out. Chuba's been balling, but I still think Chicago's favored. I like DJ Moore.
I like Chuba. I'm sorry, man. This guy's been scoring 20 points back-to-back weeks with Andy Dalton under center. The touches is there. Probably, 20 touches back-to-back weeks. Chuba Hubbard. Chicago. As much as Chicago, that game could be defensive, but also remember, Caleb Williams hasn't came out looking great yet, so there's going to be maybe more touches than expected. I don't know. I'm going to give a slight edge to Chuba. I can see DJ Moore scoring against his old team. But I'm a big safe guy. Who's Chuba's safe.
Who's Indy playing?
DJ Moore is safe too, but I'm gonna give it a slight edge.
I don't know how safe
Jags.
he is.
Chuba?
Who are they playing?
Jags play.
DJ Moore's been scoring double-digit points every single week, low-key. Quietly.
Yeah, it hasn't been great.
Like
hasn't
10,
been great.
Like 5 catches at 50 yards? Double-digit points?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say.
I hear you. I feel you.
If you want that 12 to 15, you know what I'm saying? That's safe.
But I mean, Moore was turning 5-yard hitches and whatchamacallit into 60-yard touchdowns, and that's just not happening right now.
Yeah. I'm going Chuba, though.
Okay.
I'm going Chuba.
I mean, which you should.
Yeah.
Because, you can't go with Moore, who's got Caleb Williams throwing the ball to him. I'm going Chuba, too. I think Trey Sermon could have a game today.
He could. That's a tough one for me.
That's a very tough one because you don't have Richardson out there, hopefully, taking rushes and attempts from the running back. Okay, I think
the coach said it's going to be running back by committee.
Yeah, that's what makes me pause on Sermon.
I think he's lying, but I don't want to play that chance.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, the safest play I think is Chuba right now.
Yeah.
I think Chuba's the safest play. I think it's Chuba, DJ Moore, then it's Trey. But I'm just saying, if you want to get like the host here, and you say, I'm gonna sit Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna sit Tyreek.
Hey, I haven't officially done it yet. He's still in my lineup.
Okay.
So I'm still debating it. I need you guys to talk me into it because I've been saying this. Y'all haven't said nothing to me yet, so I'm a little worried.
Well, I felt bad last time I tried to talk you into some, and I told you Jordan Love over Baker. Or wasn't that what I told you? And I was sitting there like, God, oh my God, I feel so bad, especially if he did listen to me. And I looked and saw that he listened to me, and then I looked at the end of the game. I said, hey, hold on, Jordan Love outscored him.
Yeah.
They had to come back. I said, okay.
Yeah.
We good, though. We good.
So you think I should bench Tyreek Hill or no?
I am not giving you that answer. I'm not doing that right now.
All right, so let me just address this story right quick because we had a commenter. Oh, by the way, he said, Mahmoud Mohammed said, I'm playing AB. He got Hunt in the lineup. Was trying to see AB answer. So you got Hunt over Deontay or who you got?
You got Hunt in the lineup.
Yeah. This is
Mock?
Oh, it's probably Mock.
Is that Mock? Is that my guy Mock? He was the only one up at 2:45 in the morning when I was putting messages in the chat about Miami winning the game. That's my boy.
So Kareem Cuzzo, okay, he calls me on Thursday like around 5:30.
Can't guard Mock. I am.
Cuzzo Kareem Abdullah. He gives me a call. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "I have Keenan Allen as his second receiver, and in his flex right now he has Malik Neighbors." Neighbors was, still questionable. And then he has Eckler and Mooney on his bench, okay? And I was like, listen, first of all, Keenan Allen has done nothing for anybody yet. I was like, I know Keenan Allen's Keenan Allen, but you got to play guys who are going to actually perform. I was like, again, Allen's one of those guys. Keep him on your bench. Like me, I'm going to have Gibson this week on my bench because if he does well, guess what? Congratulations. Now you can probably think about starting him. It's not the end of the world. He hasn't done nothing for you. So I said, start Mooney. By the way, I was like, I got Mooney. I'm not even going to start him, but I think he's going to blow up. I was like, because I can't start him in London. I'm not gonna do that this week. I did it last week. Start Mooney, put Neighbors as your flex. Then if he doesn't do, he's out, put in Eckler. That's what I told him. Darn on Mooney. Gave him 31 points.
I got a question for
So that's why he put Cuzzo Mooney. Kareem, I appreciate you throwing that out there, but make sure you mention that in the group too. Give a shout out, fantasy guys. Make sure y'all watch them. That's all we want. That's all I want. That shout out. That's all.
All right, I got a question for the original fantasy guys here.
Yeah.
Tight end, waiver wire.
Yeah.
Who you picking up?
Yep.
Noah Fant, Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay. All right.
I think that's a good start this week. They're playing Miami. I just see a lot of possessions for the New England Patriots.
All right.
That's what it was last week for Tennessee. Miami was on the field, I think, for like 5 minutes the whole game, I felt like. There's just so many 3 and outs. So, Hunter Henry.
You know what I didn't realize about this fantasy league here?
Yeah.
Okay, about the Yahoo that you guys are in?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you can drop a player once they've already played.
Yes.
So dumb.
No, you do. You?
He's an anti-Yahoo guy, by the way.
Yeah,
Huge
it's
anti.
just-
Okay, so
I love that about
So-
Yahoo.
so-
That's
I
horrible.
hate that about ESPN.
So you get to see how he does, and they're like, oh, that was crap. I'm gonna drop him.
And pick
Yeah.
somebody
no,
else up.
That's why you have him on the roster.
Hold on.
Once he plays, it's locked.
You can only drop him
Silly.
from the bench. You can't drop him if you start him.
No,
Right,
you cannot
right,
drop him
right,
if you start.
That's what I was just saying. But
Yeah.
that right there, that's crazy because
It's a free play.
It is. It's not only that though. If something happens and you don't have the roster right, like you can go ahead and drop somebody that should be locked to pick up another player. I'm not used to it, so I'm not used to Yahoo. Like hey man, I'm with Eric. I'm sorry. I don't go against you too many times live on TV,
Yeah,
but
it was whack.
I don't like that. I just did it. I just did it because I didn't realize.
So who'd you drop?
Tyler Conklin, that's playing right now, because Evan Ingram was obviously questionable and finally
He's
was
not playing?
designated to out today. So
That's crazy.
So I had to pick up a tight end, right?
Yeah.
And Conklin had 10 points. I didn't put him in the damn line. I picked up Aaron Rodgers, figured, let me put Conklin in too,
Yeah.
Things happen. Miami
All right.
hangover.
So Kareem Abdullah, he's now asking Keenan Allen or Austin Eckler. Who would you go?
Eckler.
Me too. I'll go Eckler. Maybe Keenan Allen or Austin Eckler.
right, it's got to be Eckler right now because he's back, right?
Yeah.
Robinson's hurt.
Robinson's banged up.
But he's playing.
Banged. Well, I mean, he's still banged up. I mean, and what's his name's coming back from concussion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Keenan Allen, I'm sorry. Caleb, you can throw for 300 yards all you want. You're just not looking at the right people. Keenan Allen's just not been getting those targets.
AB, that's me telling you to fix your lineup. You have Ingram if he's out.
That's my boy, Mock.
Mock, stop it.
That's my boy,
that
Mock.
boy, Mock is.
I'm trying to tell these guys I've been accepted by Hamtramck, man. Nobody wants to listen to me. I've been accepted.
You have been accepted, by the way.
I know I have. Tell Tony that next time Tony comes through.
Well, he says no.
Tony was trying to play some garbage stuff on Wednesday night talking about.
We're here to answer all of your questions, guys. If you're watching, we got some new listeners right now, so please feel free to shoot away any questions that you may have. I'm watching the Jets game. That's why I'm looking down to the left here, and they're punting. They're down 20-10. Minnesota is just giving Aaron Rodgers all the trouble that he can handle right now. He's been getting sacked at least 5 times today. So that's what's going on right now. And then Keenum said Godwin's my second receiver. So, yeah, Keenum has a solid
All right,
team.
one
Very
last
balanced.
quick one, and we're going to do this just because Mock brought the attention to it.
Yeah. Well,
All
it's
right.
already 12-20, by the way, guys. We got to start breaking down these
Oh,
games.
my bad. All
That's
right, listen, Christian Kirk's got to be the play. Flex, am I going Kareem Hunt? Am I going Jerome Ford? Or, I ain't really got nobody else. Everybody's on bye or hurt on my team.
Kareem Hunt, Jerome Ford, Cleveland, Washington. I go
I
Ford.
like the Monday night game, though. I really feel like Kareem Hunt's going to get those.
I do like Kareem Hunt this week. I don't want to say that out loud because I'm playing against a guy who has him on his bench currently, but I really do like Kareem Hunt this week. So if that helps you out. But I think Ford, man, you got Washington, man. Washington's been struggling.
What's Ford been doing, though? Has he done anything?
Yeah, he's been.
No, man. I'm telling you,
He's been all right.
but hold on, man. They almost been going by committee, too, man. Like 2 weeks ago, I just noticed, like 2 weeks ago, Foreman was starting. He was getting, like, he
Yeah, but
took the
Foreman
first 2
hasn't got
drives.
more than 4 points in fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. I'm going to sneeze. I'm just going to hold back.
I
don't know. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with my gut.
Go Hunt.
I'm going to go with my gut. I picked Hunt in that
Let's be honest
spot.
with you, Chiefs. Who the heck did they have?
This is my point, though,
You know?
right? This is my point. And the Andy Reid offense and Kareem Hunt drafted there,
Second
played
week.
there. Yeah.
It's after. It's third week, but second week playing now. He has feet under him.
Yeah. I mean,
He looked good last week, by the way.
Yeah, fresh.
Crazy
I mean,
that he's back there.
Yeah.
Being that how he was
Kicked
removed from the
out.
squad.
Hey,
and now
Andy
it's just-
Reid, low key.
Time heals everything. Though.
Yeah.
it really does.
Andy Reid, low key, be
Winning
having some
does too, though.
troublemakers on his rosters, bro.
He does, but he also got rid of him, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, they had to.
they had
Yeah.
to. They had no choice.
They had to. That was kind of out of their hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ask your questions. We're going to start breaking down these games. But before we do that, Yusuf, let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to Unique Coney Island, and then we're going to keep things rolling. Shout out to Unique Coney Island. You
Sambo.
need something that's going to hit the spot. Unique Coney Island. Come get it while it's hot. Unique Coney Island. Like G-Mac Cash said it, man, make sure you stop by Unique Coney Island. They're famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, burgers, and much more. They also now have a reward system where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. So be sure to visit their website at uniqueconeyisland.com or call them at 1586-554-7931.
Without even.
Wait, what's going on with Brees Hall, man?
Don't tell me about it, man.
I mean,
He's
I know people who took him. I mean, again,
What?
At least he's playing. I mean, I took him number one overall.
I
I'm
would
just
have took him
I'm just
number
saying,
one overall.
I'm just saying. At least
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, at least he's playing, right?
I would have took him number one overall. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
At least he's playing.
All right, so let's keep it rolling. All right, so we got the Jets and Vikings. I want to quickly update you guys that the Vikings are up 20-10. It's 3rd and 10 with about 10 minutes to go, and they got the ball. So there you go. That's the situation with that. We got Chicago versus Carolina. Let's start off with Chicago. Eric Ratonia, who are you starting for the Bears this week? All right, who you got for Chicago?
I think the only lock is DJ Moore, and again, that maybe that's not a lock, but for me, in a week full of buys, I think DJ Moore is solid. Other than that, I mean, you can start Swift, maybe. I mean, I'm not starting Keenan. I'm not starting Rome. On the
Not
other
Kmet?
side, Komet. I mean, if you're, who knows with the tight end? I mean, you're just throwing crap at a dartboard. So if you needed to start Komet, I would be okay with it. But
Yeah.
Do you ride the wave of what Swift did last week? Was they maybe a coming out party? Maybe
it
Chicago.
depends what the options are. I
Maybe
mean,
Chicago
you gotta
feels
be. Yeah,
like
he's
we've
got.
been misusing him the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's fair of a consideration certainly, but it depends on your options.
Carolina, who you got, AB?
To start, Deontay and Chuba.
That's it.
That's
Xavier
really- I
Legette.
mean,
Xavier Legette didn't do enough.
If
last
you're,
week?
well, I mean, if you're in deeper leagues, you figure they're. Well, hold on, Chicago got a really good defense, guys.
Interception, Sam Darnold, by the way. They got the ball at the 40. Jets.
All right, let's go, A-Rod.
All right. So, Baltimore, Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and start with you this time. Cincinnati. Who you
Oh,
got?
I love Cincinnati. I mean, I'm starting Joe Burrow. I'm starting Jamar Chase, obviously. You're gonna start Higgins because of where you put him. You know, based off of I feel like you said earlier, we were having the topic about giving both of them guys the ball. You're gonna start Zach Moss, but again, bye weeks. We're talking bye weeks here, but that's really all I'm starting on that squad.
Okay, if you had Zach Moss or Chase Brown, who would you start?
Moss.
Yeah, it'd be Moss.
What if you had Zach Moss, Chase Brown, both in your lineup, or you have Tyron Tracy on your bench? Are you benching one of those guys for Tyron Tracy, who's going to be the starter for the Giants, going up against Seattle with no Malik Neighbors on the offense?
That just makes them put an extra guy in the box against the run.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get killed.
Me too.
Teams are gonna just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They're gonna adjust. They're gonna adjust.
I'm
Adjust
rolling
is the
with
word.
Chase Brown and Zach Moss this week, guys. Unfortunately,
You're going with both guys. Just put them both in.
Zach scored 17. Chase scored 23 last week. You know, if they give me combined 25, 12 and 13, I'm fine with that. Give me their projections. You know what I'm saying? Give me that 10 and 12, whatever it is.
Yeah. So
You know what
we're
I'm
happy
saying?
with that.
Yeah, especially because Flood started Jones and Mike Williams, and I'm gonna be honest with you, both of those guys are not playing well. So Baltimore, who you got for Baltimore?
Lamar, the King, Zay Flowers, and I'm probably benching both the tight ends because I don't know what the heck's gonna happen. I mean, Mark Andrews been throwing up goose eggs.
I don't get it.
For all you listeners that don't know, the king is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So, he didn't say Derrick Henry. The king is Derrick Henry.
Houston, Buffalo. Who do you got winning this game? First of all,
Ooh.
3-1, both teams. It's in Houston.
It's in Houston. Buffalo just got manhandled by Baltimore. Houston. I got Buffalo.
Okay, how about you, Eric?
I
Who
got
do you
Buffalo too.
Really?
They're a weird team, but Josh
Yeah,
Allen
they're
makes
very weird team.
makes things happen. And I think they're coming off like a mini bye after they played on a Thursday the week before, right? So they got a little extra time to prepare. I like the Bills.
Okay, there we go. Keep it roll. But who you starting now? I guess for Buffalo, Eric.
Buffalo, you're starting Josh Allen. You're starting James Cook. Anywhere else is going to be outside of Kincaid. You're probably starting Kincaid too. But I got a question for you because this is in my league. Kincaid or Bowers?
Bowers.
Yeah, that's what I lean to. But.
I think both guys are in the same position.
Yeah,
they're both in the same position,
yeah,
right?
they got no top 10.
Yeah, they got no receiver, right? They got no receivers. It's just the defense they're playing against, and how confident are you in the quarterback?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Second down for the Jets. They're moving. They're on the 25. Who you got for Houston?
I mean, C.J. Stroud, you Nico. Revenge game for Stephon Diggs, so they're going to give him the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I can see Stephon Diggs getting into the end zone.
And
for
then
sure.
if again you're hit by bye weeks and injury, that's the terrible part in fantasy right now. Not only is there bye weeks, but there's still a ton of injuries. Like the question I asked you with Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford, everybody's either bye or out, like hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cam Akers is still a look because Mixon's still out, right?
Yeah.
Mixon's out and Damian Pierce, so I think it's
a Cam Akers.
a solid consideration.
Kareem asked, where did Eric get that jersey from? Shout out to Eric Ratonia rocking the Oz Media
Oz
jersey.
Media, boys.
You already know what's up. Kareem Abdullah. Need it. Yep, we got you. I mean, I can send you, the link. I ain't got you like that, cuz I'm sorry. Is Baker a top 5
You gotta
quarterback?
be careful what you say. How you say it.
Is Baker a top 5 quarterback? Yes or no? I mean, are we talking fantasy? Because reality, no, I don't think so. But fantasy, yeah, he is.
Yeah,
And right now, yeah, he's got the touchdowns.
Yeah, for
reality, he's in a top 10 conversation for sure. So
sure. I just talked about Mike Williams, and he got a nice catch. He's there on the 7-yard line. So top 5 fantasy. Reality, he said no.
reality, I would say he's top 10, solid. Top 5's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, not top 5, not in the league in league play. Like fantasy right now, he's rocking and rolling. I'd say he's
he might
right
be the scoop
there.
of the
He's
year,
right there
right?
at 5. Top 5.
The way he's playing, he could be the scoop of the year because he probably wasn't drafted most often.
Yeah.
No. I mean, he was hot to end the year last year. I picked him up in a couple of leagues.
Yeah.
And he started off. I mean, he had 200 yards or just under 200 yards, but he still got 3 touches, right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, Mike Evans, again, guys, if you can put in a good package.
Do you have him or something, man?
I don't. He took me. So last season, I picked up Mike Evans everywhere last year, and I picked up, I had, again, my first round picks, I was scooping CD Lamb. This is before CD Lamb was. So Mike Evans and CD Lamb pretty much got me into your championship leagues. Let's put it that way.
I mean, you're a fantasy guy. You're in there no matter
what.
what.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just talking about with the requirement of being a champion.
Yeah.
Don't think he just put me in because I'm one of the guys.
Yes. Bowers is looking like a pink Power Ranger. I disagree. I mean, I know he had a bad week last week, but I think he's the number 2 fantasy tight end right now. And then standard, DeAndre Swift, Amari Cooper, or Jerome Ford. Standard.
Amari Cooper, smash spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Washington's
Against Washington. Yes.
Secondary is terrible.
I agree.
do think Cooper's going to ball.
I agree. I'm going Cooper. What you got for me?
What was the third guy?
Swift, Cooper, Ford.
Cooper.
Yep, I agree. By the way, I forgot they're playing Washington. Start Amari Cooper. Don't even think twice. I think that's Mahmoud.
Boom, Philly.
You got him?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, let's keep breaking down these games. I'm sorry, I know I'm going backwards. We got Indy Jags. Is Jags gonna get their first win this week? Eric Ratonia.
I do think so. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who you starting for Jacksonville?
I mean, you're starting ETN. Ingram's out, so you're not starting him. Maybe you're starting Kirk.
Brian Thomas.
Maybe Brian Thomas.
I think Brian Thomas has been playing really
Supposed
well.
to be a downpour though that game, so a little risk there, but
Okay. So,
I don't think you want to get too worried about that. I do think they get their first dub this week. I mean, but then again, you never know. Joe Flacco balled out for the Browns, so maybe he comes in and
I mean, he balled
brings
out.
them to glory.
I mean, he balled out. He balled out when he came in for Richardson last week. I think he scored 20 fantasy points.
dude, it's gonna be crazy to say this, man. They look better with Joe Flacco behind the offense, behind that line.
They look better with a quarterback,
Yeah.
not a running back that's playing quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. Miami, New England. This is an ugly game. New England. I'll give you New England, AB. What do you got?
Touchdown, Garrett Wilson.
Oh,
I know I didn't
what are you
see
doing, man?
I know you can't. You're doing the show.
God.
Aaron Rodgers, 1 yard.
Oh, my God.
I love doing that. That's what I do.
Delayed. He just got the flag right now, man.
Okay, there's a pass interference
They
right
didn't want
now.
to give it a brace.
I'm sorry. Go back.
All right, it's
That's
okay.
what I'm trying to say. They don't want to give it to Breeze.
It's all right.
What was
It's
it?
all right.
Who are we talking about?
New England. You said touchdown. I thought you were saying they're going to only score one touchdown.
No, I'm just talking about Aaron Rodgers. With that.
All
See,
right.
now my pickup looks good. I dropped Derek Carr and picked up Rodgers.
Yeah.
2 TDs.
Yep.
All right, 2 tutties.
He got you what you wanted.
All right, we're talking the Dolphins.
No, we're talking New England.
New England?
I'm giving you New England.
Well, you guys told me Hunter Henry's a play. So Hunter Henry and then
Are you starting any of the running backs? Gibson, because they said he's going to start, and then you got Ramondre. I think the coach is just trying to prove a point. Maybe start with Gibson and let Ramondre be the normal role afterwards.
I think they got something they gotta show to Ramondre. I mean,
You got to do something. I mean, you can't fumble each game in the first.
that's I think that's what's happening to let them know that, bro. You got to work. Like
Yeah.
you got to work. Your job's not safe.
I do think he'll get the majority of touches.
I think if you're,
But
I think if
Gibson
you're,
will
yeah,
start.
I think if you're starting, if you have to start a running back in New England, it's still going to be Ramondre.
Yusuf's not happy. That's why, because Garrett Wilson scored. I'm wondering why his face.
Well,
is looking
Yusuf,
like that.
I thought you had him. I thought you wanted him to score.
No. That's one
Oh,
guy.
you were playing against him.
Yeah, and what? Garrett got a nice 24 bar or what? 24? I'll take that. Go
Once you
ahead.
got a 24, bro, what you talking about?
Miami, are you starting anybody?
Yeah, you got to start H.
Oh.
And you probably got to start Hill. But that's it.
Do you have to start Tyreek Hill?
You don't have to. No, if you have good options, I think he's.
Is Alexander Madison a good option?
I mean, you're.
That's something you got to live with.
I
I mean,
mean-
the logic's there. I like what you've said to justify the decision. I got no problem with it.
Okay, how about Cortland
But you got to
Sutton?
live with yourself.
How about Cortland Sutton?
Portland Sun or
Tyreek Hill.
I have this in my league, and I'm actually playing Tyreek, but I think you can justify.
I mean, this is why you're the fantasy guy. I'm
I
just
know.
being real. Taking chances like this and being able to justify it to yourself and justify it to the people that are listening.
It's the make or break decision of the week, probably, right?
Yeah, name me. Like, I listen to fantasy radio on my Sirius XM, and, someone will sit there and look at you like, bro, we're still talking Tyreek Hill. I mean, they tell you, can you live with the fact of Tyreek going off on your bench?
I would not be surprised that happens.
No, but I'm saying, would you
That's what you have to live
would
with.
you be okay with that? Could you be okay with it? Because if you could be okay with that, then you sit him.
Yeah.
You do your thing. If you cannot be okay knowing that you sat Tyreek Hill and he dropped a 20, 30 bomb on, you know what I'm saying? That just realistically, if you're not okay with that, then you can't sit him.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna start him, unfortunately, and Cortland Sutton is not gonna be starting. I'm still gonna go with Madison over Sutton, and whatever. We'll go from there, I guess. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to keep rolling with that. Speaking of that, Denver, Las Vegas Raiders. Eric, who you got for Denver this week?
No, I'm not going to start him for fantasy, but I do like his projections. I'm going to boom Philly Bo Nix. That's not sexy by any means. But
Yeah, where are you going with that one? By the way, I saw you.
I just think Denver's going to win the game.
Okay,
And so 12 points for a quarterback is very low.
he's projected 12.
12 points, yeah. So,
Wow.
I mean, 18 is achievable, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's been getting a little play in the run game. Maybe he rushes one in, gets a 6-pointer. I think.
He does. He calls his own number.
yeah.
And then around the goal line. Yeah,
And
he
I
calls
think
his own
the
number.
Raiders are in a bad shape right now. I think Denver finds a way to win that game. There's possibilities. But now, who am I starting? Honestly, I don't love anyone in that game at all. Outside of Bowers for the Raiders, I don't know. Is anyone a lock?
Do you play with maybe injuries and bye weeks? Is Javonte,
You have to.
Is Javonte Williams a play?
Yeah, he's a consideration.
Okay.
I'm starting Javonte. Raiders. I mean, he kind of said it, but is it just Bowers or who else? Are you starting Madison if you have to?
Yeah, of course I'm starting Madison. I mean, I would start Madison. I'm not starting him over Tyreek, maybe. Well, I don't know. You make a great point. Make somebody think about it.
I think I'm still gonna start Tyreek, by the way, of all the nonsense.
Listen, Madison. I mean, Denver's a great defense, but Madison is, he's gonna get targets out of the backfield. He's gonna get the ball. Who knows what happens in the red zone? Minshew already likes him. I mean, he has a couple touchdowns through the air, I think, this year. I know he's got minimum one. So I think Brock Bowers. I think you start Madison. I don't know about the receivers. I think against any other defense, you think Jacoby Myers, who's going to get a lot of targets, being the fact that Minshew's a kind of a first option, like he's a first read guy. No, those are the two guys I'm starting with confidence.
Hey, by the way, Kareem did say Justin Fields last week. He said boom Philly Justin Fields, and he did ball out, by the way, last week. So shout out to Kareem. Let's fly through these last 5 games, man. We got San Fran and Arizona. Eric, San Fran, who you got? Everybody?
Yeah, you starting everyone that's playing. Mason. I mean, Ayuk is dicey, but you
Yeah.
gotta play him.
Arizona, AB Abraham. Who you got?
Kyler and Marvin Harrison.
And James Conner.
Exactly.
And but Trey McBride too. You got to start Trey McBride. Green Bay, Dontavian.
Oh yeah,
Wicks.
he's back. He's back. Trey McBride.
Yeah, Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks is a guy that I'm only mentioning his name because
Sleeper.
I should have picked him up. I think he's gonna go off this week.
Wow. Didn't I say that name? Like a
Romeo
week ago?
Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs.
I think I said that name a week ago, and someone told me it's too soon.
is suspended. Romeo Dobbs.
No.
Detrimental to the team.
I said something about Wicks,
Yeah.
and somebody,
Are you putting at me?
I don't know who it was. There was a guy here that might have told me it's too soon to say that name.
I mean, it was a week ago, and then he happened to blow up when Christian Watson got off the field. So yes, I'm very high on Dontavian Wicks now.
Okay.
Now I am. You know, that's what they needed.
Okay.
Rams. Who you starting for the Rams?
Kyron, probably starting Stafford too. That's probably it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
No receiver.
Not starting in the league if you need like a cheap DFS play or something like that. You're
Tutu?
gonna-
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
go
you find like a tutu
You'd
or
be my
something like
first.
that. Yeah.
Giants, Seattle. I mean, there's no point in talking about the Giants. I don't think anyone's worth starting, but maybe Wandale Robinson. But Seattle,
Well, Tracy.
Tracy, maybe. I guess deep league if you need him. But Giants. I mean, Seattle. Who you got for Seattle?
DK.
Are you
Ken
starting?
Walker.
Yeah,
Gino.
Gino.
Jay-
I
JSN.
mean, yeah. I mean, if you really need him, the two guys I'm again very high on. I got him in a lot of leagues. Is DK.
I should have told my man.
Ken Walker.
I didn't think twice. I mean, I didn't think right because Giants. I just realized they're gonna have so many possessions. They're gonna have so many possessions to throw the ball. Justin Jefferson is just eating on this drive right now, man.
Question is:
Oh, no, he didn't
is
catch
Daniel
it.
Jones going to throw the ball confidently as if he was throwing to neighbors? Because Daniel Jones hasn't thrown the ball confidently to any receiver in the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, he's not. Pittsburgh, Dallas. Eric, who you got for Dallas? And who you got winning this game, by the way? Hey, by the way, this is my call out. All right, Dallas losing. Then they play the Lions, losing again. They go to the bye week. Mike McCarthy might be gone after that. Just throwing that out there, guys. Going 2-4, going into the bye week. I mean, I don't think they're gonna fire him in season. I'm just throwing it out there. That hot seat is gonna be the hottest it's ever been heading into that bye week. Personally, just calling it out right now. Watch out for Mike McCarthy's seat.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're gonna put in for him though. That's the only issue. I mean, I guess they got Mike Zimmer for.
I don't know. These Cowboy fans are delusional, thinking that Belichick's coming through.
Yeah.
Let me remind you all, Belichick ain't coming through unless he's got total control. Do you think Uncle Jerry Jones is going to give anybody total control? Just go ahead and mull on that for a minute.
Did I say Dallas for you? Who you got for Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas. You're gonna play Dak. You're gonna play CD. You're gonna play Ferguson. You know, it's a week with buys and injuries. I'm playing Dowdle.
Yeah.
Don't love it, but also the freaking hammer, Brandon Aubrey. That guy's incredible.
Yeah, he is incredible. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I like that. The
Pittsburgh,
hammer.
the hammer.
Justin Fields, George Pickens. I really haven't done any. I'm not prepared, fellas. Sorry about it, but I.
You ain't gonna start Najee Harris?
I was just about to say, is Jalen Warren still hurt though? Like, is he still questionable or out? Wasn't he out? Didn't he?
Yeah,
have
he's
that?
out, and
'Cause-
Patterson's out.
Okay, so yeah. Then Najee all day.
Yeah.
Najee all day.
There you go. And then last but not least, the Monday night game, KC, New Orleans. KC, I'm giving you KC
Kareem Hunt.
and Travis Kelce.
I mean, obviously.
and Worthy.
Yeah. No.
How about Patrick Mahomes?
Well,
That's
yeah.
a serious question.
What do you mean a serious question?
You start Patrick Mahomes. Let's say you got Patrick Mahomes and you have, well, I guess Baker already played. Let's say you
Geno
got Geno Smith. Who would you start?
You don't take Patrick Mahomes in drafts preseason to ever sit him.
But he's down 2 weapons now.
Yeah.
You have to consider 3, really. He's
Well,
out
okay,
Pacheco, he's
okay.
out Hollywood, and now he's
Okay,
out Rice.
and they're 5-0 or 4-0.
4-0.
They're 4-0, trying to get to 5-0.
Tough matchup.
I think he's still gonna. I mean, again, if we're gonna start Worthy, we're expecting Worthy to get in the end zone. Yeah, he has the running capabilities of hitting a reverse, but it's a boom or bust. He finally woke up Kelce last week. No, I'm still starting Mahomes. This is me personally. I'm still starting Mahomes because again, I don't know if I can sit down and fathom even if Mahomes outscores a Geno Smith for you guys' example by 1 point. Like losing that 1 point might. How did I sit Patrick?
Yeah,
I
it's
can
true.
live with it because going back to last year, he was
Oh, he killed us.
dicey. He
Killed
was
us last year.
You know, so now we're
Killed us last year.
4 weeks in. He
That's
has
why
been fantastic.
but that's why Pachenko was so high on the running back board, right? Pachenko was one of the top must-get running backs for fantasy this year. No, I think Mahomes is going to put it together. I think he's a winner, and I think that he's going to use the weapons he has around him.
Saints defense is really good though too.
I mean,
man.
Saints plus 5.5 all day.
For real?
Yeah.
You like
AC
that?
doesn't blow out anyone, even
Oh yeah, you're
when
right.
they are playing good.
That
so
is true. Saints. Who are you starting for the Saints, Eric?
Kamara, Olave,
Rashid.
maybe Rashid.
That's about
That's
it.
it, yeah.
Would you start Derek Carr?
No.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break, get our Boom Phillies ready, answer any last-minute questions, and also what we're looking forward to the most in Week 5. So, Yusuf, let's go ahead and give a shout-out to BMI, Best of the Best Towing.
Best of the best.
And then we are going to go ahead and get our Boom Phillies ready, fellas. You or someone you know just got into a car accident? Call BMI. Your car is stuck in the snow? Call BMI. Your car just ran out of gas in the middle of the highway? Then call BMI. BMI Towing is the best towing and road service company around. They have workers on the clock 24/7, 365 days in the year. Their location is in Oak Park, Michigan, and their number is 313-460-3222. If you are looking for the best of the best road service around, then call BMI Towing. Yusuf,
be careful.
Yusuf, don't be letting me enjoy fantasy, guys. You know what I'm saying? I can't just watch without this guy saying something, especially if he's playing against somebody that's also happens to be on my team. But anyways, let's keep it rolling, guys. Let's get these Boom Phillies ready. I do need to, it's unfortunately, but I do need to use my phone. Eric Rotoni, I don't know if you have your Boom Phillies ready. I'm going to let you go ahead and take that one. So start us off. Go ahead, Eric Rotoni, with
Sure
your
thing.
Boom Phillies.
Yep, Boom Phillies. Bo Nix, Amari Cooper, Zay Flowers, Kincaid, Roma Dunze, Brandon Aubrey.
There we go. That's Eric Rotoni's
You know
Boom
what?
Where are you at?
Yeah, I got mine. I just want to I want to see something real quick. Bam, 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 bam. Has anybody else got? I'm sold on this Amari Cooper. I'm adding Amari Cooper to mine.
Yeah, for sure. I think that he's worth adding too. By the way.
Okay,
Don't you
so what I'm doing is I'm going Dalton Kincaid,
agree? Yeah.
Mike Myers, second tight end, right?
For Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Bowers get a lot of attention. Guy was a little early on him. I'm getting wicks from Green Bay, and I'm going to roll with Trey Sermon. And I had cousin Salah Ali
Yeah.
for Tony, but I mean Tony's not here, so
Yeah.
I guess I can't boom filling him. So, and I'm going to Murray Cooper, so I'm going 5.
All right, my Boom Phillies. I got Antonio Gibson, Noah Gray. I got Chuba Hubbard. I had Sterling Shepard. He missed it by a yard, guys.
Yeah, that
I got
touchdown,
Tutu
too.
Atwell, and then I got Josh Downs. Those are my Boom Phillies. I'm actually going to change mine right now, actually. I'm taking out Tutu Atwell, and I am going to put in nobody got Chase Brown, right, other than Caltrey? Because I do like Chase Brown this week.
Yeah.
Is it raining in whatever call in Jacksonville? Because I'll take out Josh Downs too. All right, I got Chase Brown. All right, so that's what I'm adding, and I'm gonna delete this message right here. All right, just so I don't even confuse myself. Caltrey got Chase Brown, JSN, and DeAndre Swift. Tony got Seibert, Chuba, Trey Sermon, Mark Andrews, Jerome Ford, Tyler Algier. Eric already said his. Moti Play Dunes Prime Time has Justin Washington, Zeke Elliott, Pat Frymouth, and Jamal Williams. Jose has not said anything yet, so Jose has not submitted his Play Dudes Prime Time yet. Jose, we're waiting for you.
Come on, Coach.
We're waiting for you to come up with that as well. So with that said, let's keep things rolling, and we're gonna go ahead and ask that basic question of what are you looking forward to the most in Week 5? AB Abraham, I'm gonna let you start off with that one. What are you looking forward to the most in Week 5, AB?
I'm looking forward to most to see how some of these teams that have been doing real well in the first 4 weeks to see if they can keep it going.
Yeah, Kareem, I agree. I definitely put in Eckler. Allen, again, watch and see, wait and see. If he does well, great. Now you got yourself, that third receiver that you've been looking for. Wait and see. He hasn't done nothing for you the first 4 weeks. 4 weeks to me is a great judgment of a player. It's enough where you can I'm not saying it's everything, but it's enough. So wait and see. And then, Eckler, to me, what has he been getting? He's solid 10 points, Eckler. 10 to 12 points every week. So,
Well, I mean, Brian Robinson's a little banged up right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Eckler's coming back. Eckler's already shown he can still do what he needs to do. So I feel like Eckler, the Commanders can kind of lean on him a little bit too, when need be. And Daniels, they're giving him the ability to throw the deep ball, but to be able to check down. I like Eckler. I really like Eckler in this offense now that Daniels is showing what he can do.
yep. And I need to make sure I put him in because I did not have him in at the moment. But yeah, want to make sure I did that. All right. So with that said, Eric Antonio, what are you looking forward to the most?
I got my eyes on that AFC North matchup. Cincinnati versus Baltimore should be a great game.
I agree. And for myself, really, it's like you said, I like the AFC North, but to me, it's Buffalo Houston. I think that game is going to be fun. A lot of people are going to a lot of fantasies and implications. So hopefully that goes well. All right. And so with that said, let me go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors one last time: Unique Coney Island, Juice Box, Hanley International Academy, Malek Al-Kabob, Holy Bowly, Jabal Coffee House, Wingfellas, and BMI Towing. We appreciate them. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials. We got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. You can able to listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. And don't forget, they're all under our website at ozmedia313.com. I am looking at my thing, and the Jets are driving, guys. They score a touchdown, they win the game pretty much. So that should be a great ending. Any final comments, Eric Ratonia? Any final things from you?
No, had a blast. Happy to be here. Good luck to everyone in their fantasies.
Good luck to everyone in their fantasies. A.B. Abraham.
You know what? This was nice. It was nice having the original crew here. Well, again, I'm not original. I love just the fact that I got this opportunity.
You are original, man.
I mean, I'm myself. I'm the only AB. The whisperer, the mouth trap setter, whatever you guys want to call me.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. No, man, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to put out there. It's a pleasure.
Yusuf had enough of this game, okay? I just want to let you guys know he had enough of this game.
What I miss? Did we miss something, Yusuf?
Another catch, but with that said, thank you guys for watching.
It happens.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you all next week. We'll be back at it again. Be easy, be safe, and
easy.
good luck.
Go Lions.
Go Lions, as always.
We don't